Broadcast live.
If you're talking about like some frictions I had before, let's say with Casper or wherever it was, what that did is, yes, obviously, if someone is like 18 and they're not really a hip hop artist and they like Casper because he's a pop star, and he's top 3 or 4 or even 2 of the biggest artists in the country, not just rap, you know what I mean? So guys who not even into hip hop but are into Casper, they love the story, there are many people like that, right? So those people will be like, the fuck is this guy talking about? Because of course they wouldn't understand. We're speaking a different, it's Chinese. You know what I mean? And the thing is, you know, I can't engage with that, and I will catch.
Consider Casper a rapper?
No, of course I do. But what I'm saying is, I of course I do. He's a dope rapper.
Just checking.
He's a dope rapper. He's like, yo, especially in vernac. I think in vernac he's like super duper dope, you know. But what I'm saying to you is that I can't address those people because we're not speaking the same language.
The scope is.
You have to be you have to be at a certain level to like, because you're obviously. It's like me speaking about Kylie Minogue. It's like, I don't know nothing about Kylie Minogue, but I know those 2 songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about her. So, but, you know, what I'm saying is that he comes from somewhere. He comes from a place. And here, where he comes from, we have certain values and no matter how big you are, no matter how super duper you are, you can't negate those values because they are Costa Nostra. They're like the numbers gang. They're like it's the way we are. It's the shit that formed us. You can't ignore that, dude. Even the wackest rapper in the world will say I'm dope like. You know why? Because it matters to be dope like. You have to. It's rap music. You have to be dope. You guys are not gonna convince me it doesn't matter to be dope. I don't care.
Word.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
okay,
guys.
so I see where this is going
because
because I asked you 5 years from now, obviously the rules will absolutely be different.
I agree.
What about the whole generation of people that come from legit no values?
Yeah.
You know, because by the time we get to 5 years from now, the so-so that you're talking about would have already bred a new generation where it's no longer so-so, it's completely now.
Well, that's where it becomes tricky, right? That's why something is called a tradition, because it's passed down. It's got inculcated rules that are passed down, and I think that, you know, no matter how much the sound changes, or no matter the reason there's even a friction, guys, between what's his name, Drake and Pusha, or even the older dude from Slaughterhouse. What's his name?
Budden?
Joe Budden. The reason that even exists is because it still matters. If it didn't matter, it wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it still matters. So no matter how much time will pass, traditions follow. Traditions. You are still here talking about your traditions from 6 generations. You know what I mean? Of you know, from home. You feel me? You still value those things. You are living in 2018. You damn near in the goddamn future. You know what I mean? You back to the future with it. But you still hold those traditions. You still look. You know. I mean. I don't know what your values are as far as like marriage and whatever. But people still hold those things sacred or whatever because they're tradition. Because we see value in them. And I think, you know, when you see artists like Shane Eagle, Nasty C, you know, Big Star Johnson, it's like, yo, it reflects Questa. It reflects that, like, yo, Questa's not there just doing a bum jive or holding a Heineken with nothing, guys. This guy's rapping. You know what I mean? He's rapping. He's like, people are hearing. They go, yo, those are like. How can that not translate? There isn't one guy who considers himself in the hip-hop industry, whether a producer, rapper, whatever, who doesn't know what a punchline is, what a dope rhyme is, they all know, because these are traditions that when you get into this thing, you gotta be like, I surrender myself to the rules and regulations of this thing. You know what I mean? And if you stray, you'll see what happens when you stray. You will be called music soul child.
I'm so glad you brought up the traditions part, particularly the traditions being passed down. I always ask myself in the conversation of people saying, you know, there's not enough guidance, not enough people are looking out for us. Are there people passing down these traditions? Are there people guiding people? You know, obviously not acting like that kind of situation does not exist, because I know that there's more than enough guys that are doing their little bit to pull people up, the Rickies, yourselves, the Slickers. But I mean, truthfully speaking, to say that traditions are being passed down, are they really?
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's this this strict kind of conduct where, for instance, like I will look at artists like like Ginger Trail and and youngster CPT and go, okay, these guys, not only are they young and dope, but they're fully in the line of where I came from. You feel me? And I will, when I see that, I will always jump and grab at that, But I think it must be said that I'm not saying, guys, we must take it back. I'm not saying let's take it back to where it was. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, yo, the sound has changed. The vibes are different. The source is different. You know what I mean? It's fine. But I'm just saying that it's still a guy or a girl rapping and saying words, and those words must be compelling, so that even if the lights go off and the cameras go off and the beautiful host is gone, you can still move people. You can still go, yo, with nothing else. You can still go, yo, I moved someone's soul. I moved someone, and that's what it is. Otherwise, without that, it's gonna need the beautiful host. It's gonna need the camera. It's gonna need the lights. It's going to survive. And as soon as that because somebody paying for this, so as soon as that person, it starts making money for that person, then they switch off. You know what I mean? And then we're in the dark. So I'm saying, at least in the least, can it still survive to a point where, guys, without the things, you know what I mean? Without the, because I mean, I don't want to be held slave to a brand. I don't want brands dictating what is culture, what is. I'm like, no, we was here way before you. So when you give, I feel like when we don't control certain things as far as like craft, the level, we literally are going anybody. Because when the market says, I mean, the market can say Elvis Presley. In America, it said, we're not comfortable with these black guys shucking and jiving. Amazing music, but we're not comfortable. So because the market is largely white. So they say, we need a white guy doing the same thing. So they find a guy who's genuinely loves the music, but they turn him into the caricature, the half of this thing. You know what I mean? That's why there was so much friction, with Eminem. It was like, yo, should we like this? Should we not like it? And then you're like, actually, man, this guy's like the real deal. And the Dre cosign, and you can't deny him. You know what I mean? It's like, and he's telling his story. He's not trying to be black. He's telling his story. You know what I mean? So I think that's the thing. I just feel like it becomes tricky. You know what I mean? And you guys, Slicker on Life, I feel like you understand that, as far as like giving people a platform where they can express themselves openly, but also exposing them to parts of the culture that they might think are old, archaic, past, not relevant. You know what I mean? And that to me is the round view. I mean, my mama told me early, dog. My mama told me early. She said, never ever listen to anyone who does not make money from their art. When my mama told me that, I understood that the dope, incredible MC, dope, who doesn't make money, doesn't have the full view. Can't have the full view. Because
I think it just also gave the Stogie T moniker a little bit more.
Well, I mean, I've been commercial since I was 18.
Yeah.
People go, yo, T underground. No, I've made money since I was 18. I've made money from my recordings since I was 18. So I'm a commercial artist. You feel me? It's just, obviously the sound is different, the thing, but people misunderstand that thing. And I'm saying, no, guys, you have to have the round picture. And the whole picture is that, yes, I want to make music that I will be able to go to sleep happy about. That is exciting, that, my crew will go, yo, you dope. But it also has to have an audience.
Keep the lights on.
You feel me? It also has to. So I'm not going to listen to the guy who's got like 28 punchlines in his song but doesn't have an audience, because I'm like, bro, you are missing something. There's something missing, because there's certain pressures. You know what I mean? This thing is and then you're not a professional. And in the same right with the other guy where, who's lights on, house is nice and big, 3 cars, but the whole game, everyone is going, yeah, I mean, it's like, it's trash, you're Vanilla Ice. You know what I mean? I mean, Vanilla Ice sold more than Mobb Deep, but you know, Mobb Deep has room here.
I'm so interested in this dynamic of commerce versus we and control in the game, but we could go on forever. Let's get back to God's Eye.
God's Eye, yo.
And so
when is it dropping? Friday, right? You know that, right? You know the song drops Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
who's editing? You editing? She going, bro.
Don't be putting my people on blast. But what comes after God's Eye? I heard, you know.
Yes, after God's Eye is Honey and Pain, the mixtape. So I had done a single called Honey and Pain featuring my classic from New York. I shot the video in Canada, in
Zimbabwe,
Canada, Oslo, Norway, Nigeria, Senegal, man, yo, too many places. And I you know, the mixtape is a reflection of, like, you know, of you know, doubling down on Stogie T and just letting people understand that, guys, it's not like a side project. It's where I'm at. It's Stogie T till, you know, till the name change.
Yeah.
But it's Stogie T, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm incredibly proud of the music, and I just wanted to announce it and take advantage of all the excitement people are in. You know what I mean? I think, you know, I'm gonna be seeing Nasty C in a day or so, and I'm obviously on the AKA. So I'm proud of my dudes. You know what I mean? And just to also put my head out and be like,
even me.
Calling my name now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So God's Eye is obviously not part of the tape, right?
No. God's Eye is just like it's a drop.
But it's kind of, I mean, everything you explained kind of starts to make sense. So yeah. God's Eye is the prelude to the tape, because already the title Honey and Pain to me sounds like the whole of God's Eye.
Right. I got you. Yeah. I mean, in fact, that's that's where I'm at as far as like Honey and Pain. That is the byline or the subtitle for Stogie T. Honey and Pain. I want to reflect honey and pain. I want to reflect champagne, pain. I want to reflect, like, you know, people who are starving and people who are bawling. I want to reflect the ugly, the beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like as in my previous iteration, I was not able to fully stretch out and say words like bitch and say words like cunt and say words like fucker, you know, without, you know what I mean, in context, of course. I mean, I'm not a child, you know, but you know what I mean, and to properly reflect, you know, people's truths and people's lies. And obviously art is indefinite. You cannot box it into you know, a category or whatever. But how do those two worlds exist? And I know they can, but I mean, from your perspective, because you get people that, you know, stick to rhymes like, how do you turn, you know, a can of worms into a 2-minute noodles? That's like struggle life and making it by, versus your wife you got for a you know, business class flight. It's just like different levels of life, I think. And where do those two worlds meet, apart from you bringing them together? Well, I mean, you know, I think you'd be surprised, you know. People can relate as far as like just looking at something as odd as the gram, right? You look at someone for like years, stunt and show off on the gram for, you know, for people, and then the story comes out, and then we read the story, you know what I mean? And then people are like, yo, I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, this person was either involved in some kind of sex trafficking or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Or this person was stealing the pop's money, or this person had a, you know what I mean? It's like those, and you know, what I'm saying is that it doesn't have to be that dark. It doesn't have to be that stark a separation. It's as easy as how you present yourself in public versus the shit that you deal with in private. You know what I mean? And I feel like those are the things that you don't here in hip hop, you know, broke people. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, baller, broke people. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we own this bitch. There's a song on the last Stogie T called "We Own This Bitch," where you like literally the woman people admire on the gram saying, yo, slay them, yo, kill them, oh my god, yo, show us,
Fry us
slayage.
where your eggs.
You feel me? Fry us where your eggs, all that shit. There are 3 dudes in the club going, we own this bitch. How you mean? That bag, I bought her. Oh shit, I bought her those shoes. Oh my god, I did her hair. We own this bitch. You feel me? And same person, different stories. You feel me? And that's all of us. We all have those things. We all have those things where we have parts of us that we desperately try to conceal from the world, and parts of us that we try to elevate and amplify. You know what I mean? Because we're human, guys. And to me, the thing that I've always wanted to do as an artist, and more so as Stogie T, is just to reflect that, to go, yo, you know I'm cool as shit. You know I'm cool as shit. I be, yo, you watch any episode of Verse of the Month, you see I'm killing these niggas. But I'm also human, and I got kids, and I got problems at home. I got issues I gotta deal with. And I'm working them out, and 444, I got you. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's I think the beauty of art is that it does that without real kind of embarrassment and real, you know what I mean? The kind of consequence that you would get from like having the things you tell your therapist revealed to the world.
Beautiful.
What?
Well, Honey
Come
and
on, nigga,
Pay.
even when I'm just speaking, nigga.
Right.
Even when I'm just speaking, nigga.
Stop. Honey and Pain, the mixtape is coming out. God's Eye is out. Make sure you check it out on Slick on Life. Of course, we've got the plug. Shout out, man. I feel like this conversation could go on, but
Hey, man, respect.
for
man,
the people's
respect.
sake, I gotta cut it short.
God bless.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for even showing up. Short notice. Bless.
Broadcast live